exotic. We also have exotic currencies, and exotic currencies are basically currencies from third world. And they could be paired. It could be a currency from a third world, not really third world as such, but a developing economy. Sorry for the naming. It's economies that are still developing. Those are the ones that tend to be exotic currencies. So they are paired with sometimes the major economy. For instance, you would have something like Australian dollar against NOK. NOK stands for Norwegian krona. Then you can also have Canadian dollar. I'm just giving you a few examples. You can read further into this. Canadian dollar against SGD. This is a Singapore currency. Then of course you could also have Switzerland franc paired against SGD. You can see that. Then we also have an example, for instance, from South Africa is USD stroke ZAR. So this is the American dollar against the South African rand. This is how the South African rand is written. Of course, we also have USD against the Kenya shilling. Yes. So this as you can see, these are the exotic pairs, and by the way, they are not as liquid when you're trading them as the minor pairs or the major pairs. In order of liquidity or volatility, the major pairs are most volatile. They are the most on demand. Then we have the minor pairs, which are the cross currencies. They're the ones that follow in liquidity. Yeah, although sometimes they can run more than the major pairs, depending on what is happening in those two countries. Like the GBP stroke JPY we talked about, it is a big mover, because we are talking of two big economies like Japan and Great Britain. Then you have exotic pairs, which we've seen. They don't move so much, but also when they move very big pips. Very big. Sorry, we're going to come to cover pips. You'll understand what it is. But when they start moving, they move very big ranges. Yeah. So when you say a forex quote, it will always be quoted as a pair. It will never be quoted as itself, because if it's quoted as one, then it means it's not going to be exchanged for another one. And basically that is the whole concept of foreign exchange. Yes. So that is that for those currencies. Yeah. So I know today's lesson is a bit short. It's not very long, but it's very critical to understanding the market and the instruments that are exchanged in the market, and how to approach them, how to trade them. What are you doing when you're trading? You have to understand. So we've seen the actual currencies, the pairs, the base of and the quotation currency, and I want us to go a little bit further again. And what you're saying here now, what we realize now from the lesson so far, is that a pair and its price is basically the summary of a sentence. A pair and its price is basically the summary of a sentence, like this one. Let me give you an example. One euro is equals to 0.0891. sorry about this bit here. So this is a pair, and this is the other part of the pair. So what you're saying is that a pair and its price is like a sentence, you know. It's basically a summary of a sentence, because when you say Euro USD, when you say Euro stroke USD, when you say Euro stroke USD is equals to 0.0891, what you are saying is that this pair, the price is this. But then what does it mean? It basically means here now, this is the sentence we are talking about, that 1 Euro USD is equals to 0.0891 USD. 1 Euro is the same as 0.0891 USD. That's how you read this, guys, folks. People, that's how you read this. Because in Forex, this is what you're going to be seeing. Every time, this is what you'll see. So for you to interpret this, you'll be understanding this. So like now you could be telling somebody, oh, when someone tells you, hey, but the Euro USD is running on 0.0891, he would be meaning that 1 Euro is 0.0891 USD. So basically what we are saying here is this now, that if 1 Euro later goes up to 0.0950, no, that is 0.0950. You see, this value is bigger than this value here. This means the euro is gaining in value. You need more dollars to buy 1 euro. So the euro is getting stronger because you need more dollars to buy 1 euro. Likewise, if this price goes a bit lesser to maybe a lesser figure like 0.0870, it means the euro is becoming cheaper and the dollar is becoming more expensive, of course against each other, because we are talking of these two economies. So that's a summary of the currency. I've just tried to myself to go deeper into it and see whether guys will not be lost here, you know, and get to understand this, because here we are talking of euro versus, you could also write euro stroke USD into euro versus the USD, and then you say is equals to this figure here, you know. So that's also another way of writing the euro, or you write it with a stroke. So I think guys, it's very simple. It's very simple. So likewise, if you go to the cross currencies, the formula is the same. You know, whether you have GBP here against the JPY, you know, these are just short forms. GBP against the JPY, you would have to just read it the same way with the figure. The only difference is the assets. And remember, whether it's a minor, a currency asset, or an exotic, or a major, whatever is on the left remains a base currency. Whatever is on the right remains a quote currency. And you can see how they are quoting each other here. Using the quote currency to quote the base currency. Okay, guys. So viewers, once more, we come to the end of this lesson, and please, guys, if the lessons, the free lessons, are helping you somewhere, you feel they are worth it, please share these videos with your friends or your loved ones. It's all free, you know, they'll not be charged anything, and this is knowledge you need very soon. Forex is becoming very popular in Kenya. Now we have so many brokers in Kenya, already legal. It's a very legal business now, and you will need this knowledge, and this knowledge is very expensive out there. Very expensive. It's even more expensive than the capital you would need to start up the forex trading yourself. So please, if you like the videos, also at the bottom right, please, there's a red button. Just click on it and then hit subscribe button, so to encourage us to keep producing these free videos, and keep following us. As usual, we promise to keep posting more and more. Please keep coming back for more. Thank you, and have a nice time. Bye bye.